Surviving Reality contains explicit content full of snark and sarcasm that may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Reality.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly, and this is Seven Little Johnstons, Stevens. Season 17, Episode 3. It's giving Bridesmaids.
To which Carly's initial reaction was, oh, so is Liz going to be trying on more wedding dresses and then she poops her pants in the street while wearing one?
I was really hopeful.
That was not what they were implying with this.
No, I know there was a lot of mixed reactions to the beginning of this season already because people are not interested in watching her plan her wedding.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's just not compelling television to watch somebody plan a wedding is what it comes down to. There's been so many iterations of that, so many different versions. So how is this one going to be different? That is the question. Like, what's going to make it stand out?
Amber 1 and Amber 2.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
I
Mini
can't
Mom.
wait to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just dislike them so much that it makes watching any of it enjoyable.
Yeah.
From a hate-watching perspective.
Okay, well, yeah, I think that's what we're really getting at here. And more of that. Just more content in general for us to interact with. Because we left off on a cliffhanger last week, if you didn't remember.
Right, it's time to go to the annual LPA conference.
Just LP, not
No,
LP.
it says LPA in the description. Little People Association.
Little People
or Little People of
Association.
America. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm
It
making
seems like
assumptions.
international travel. LPA?
I'm association. There you go.
Okay. We're just officiating things now. Yeah, we're just forming
You wanna
organizations
go next
on the fly. No, I'm not invited. That feels ableist for me to go. That's why Brice was kind of like, am I like allowed to go to this?
I don't think Brice went. Brice
Yeah.
went on the trip.
He was
and
there.
Babysat. I shouldn't say babysat
Well, he
because it's his
parented.
child.
Yeah, he parented
his child while Liz, I think, went to the conference and he did some fishing.
A little bit, yeah. So
he took advantage of being on the water.
Yeah, he needed to catch a fish off the West Coast, which he was able to check that off the bucket list. So, mission accomplished.
Gathering fish from all over.
From everywhere,
Yeah,
from every region.
It'd be a problem if this is ever a landlocked conference.
Yeah, he's lost interest at that point. Yeah, as long as he can fish.
He'll switch to hunting.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
The most dangerous game. He'll be hunting little people in their element. No, that's not what's happening. Is it? Oh, Carly
I
now.
feel like I didn't hear half that joke when you
No?
said it, and then it processed later.
Yeah, now we're catching up. Okay, so the flight to San Diego was uneventful.
Right.
Leighton did fine. She ate a lot of food, so I don't know. That's going to be
That's what you do.
snacking
Put
it
her
up.
right into a little blood sugar coma.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a good way to do it.
Chilling out on the plane. That's a long flight.
That's a pretty long flight. I was just thinking about that, of how far that would run.
I don't think I would behave on a flight that long.
I don't behave on any flight. But we didn't have any, Bronwyn Todd flight mishaps of scrolling through the DMs of, any of that, reading over the shoulder of, wasn't any of that.
So no one was
No
in
mishaps.
17C.
Oh, no, none of that either. Yeah.
So everything was good.
Do you think they were in economy? Like, they were probably basic economy.
Amber buys all the tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basic economy then.
I don't think the show paid for it because they didn't let them film anything there. Which, has that been a change from years past? Because we did used to get footage of them when they would be at the dance and stuff. And now I'm questioning if that was the actual camera crew or if that was self-shot.
Yeah, if it was cell phone footage. Because then also Trent and Amber did their big dance at the talent show the one year. So that was a huge focal point for an entire storyline for the year. We did get one little glimpse of Jonah at the talent show this season. Spoiler alert. With his Blues Brothers routine, which we did not see him practice for at all.
No, I think he went up there and he just improvised.
He was winging it. Yeah, with his buddy. So there you go. That's it. But no, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. All right, we're wind it back to when they first got there. Well,
We're going to wine it back.
Wine it back. That's what's going to happen.
It's wine
here.
o'clock.
Liz and Brice are going to meet up. They're catching flights all over the place. Yeah, it's flights. See what we're doing there? We got puns all over. Don't even worry about it.
They're going to a winery, and they're still trying to tie this to her wedding planning because she's like, we might get some wine for the wedding.
You're going to ship a couple cases from San Diego
right.
to Forsyth?
But also, we don't really like wine. So
yeah, we're more beer people. So start us off with like a warm Chardonnay, and then we'll see how we're feeling.
No, I love that the sommelier was like, I know just what to give you.
Here you go. Here's what we'll start you off with. A nice buttery Chard. I can get you Chardonnay.
We're
all
big
over
Chardonnay
here.
haters.
Yeah, don't like the Chard.
No, I've never had a good Chardonnay. Ever.
No, and then my one friend only drinks Chardonnay. The cheapest, like, garbage Chardonnay.
Bottom of the barrel, $2
Terrible.
Chuck Chardonnay.
Like, worse than that. At least those are quality grapes, but yeah, it's just...
We're not even fancy wine people.
No,
it's not like that. It's just
but
specifically Chardonnay,
Chardonnay
we do not like.
Chardonnay just feels like... not a fan. I'm not a fan. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
That's all I can legally say at this point in time.
I couldn't tell if they were here for a funeral or if they were here because they're going to be talking to Daisy and Carol.
Right.
Because
yeah.
what was Liz wearing?
Liz is she's dressed for the the job that she wants, not the job that she has. Is that what's going on here? I don't know.
Mortician?
Yeah, that must be it.
No, remember when Amber wore that weird dress for Poppy's funeral?
Oh yeah, with the peekaboo. Yeah, the titties were popping. Remember that?
Yeah.
That felt inappropriate.
It was, but like the rest of the dress was very modest.
Yeah, everything else was like overly modest. And then it was just like, hello, little cutout here.
It was very like Little House on the Prairie.
House on the Prairie.
But
Little people on the prairie.
You know.
Zhuzh it up. Thank
you for giving me a more acceptable word than the one that I was going to use.
Kind of Moulin Rouged her way out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like that time period where all you could find in the store was like those weird prairie dresses. I know you don't remember because
I don't recall. I wasn't jumping in that section.
You weren't traumatized like the rest of us were.
No. And also, I don't buy clothes.
That's true.
Rarely ever. Like I'll catch a t-shirt every once in a while.
Yeah, no, you have to rely on people giving you clothes as Christmas gifts.
Yeah,
or you would never buy new clothes.
Nope. Yeah, most of the time doesn't happen. Doesn't happen for me. So I think the part of the wine tasting, because this is like just a general, it's a little social event here too, because they're hanging out. It's part of the LP conference, so they're boozing it up. Brice isn't used to the wine, but he's like finishing every single pour, like down the hatch.
No one explained the concept of a wine tasting.
Where you taste the wine, and then there's a bucket too that you could like dump. But I agree, if you're pouring me wine, I'm gonna drink it. Like that's what it comes down to. Unless it's Chardonnay. Chardonnay's just going straight in the bucket.
I feel like we needed to cut away to see the sommelier's reaction.
It was like Borat, when Borat did the wine tasting on the show that one time, and he was downing every single glass.
Yeah.
And just,
It was like Ethan Plath with his wine slushies.
Oh, yeah. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile.
So I feel like it was untrue when Liz said they're not wine people. Maybe, Liz, you're not a wine person.
Okay.
But Brice appears to be. Or
he's
Brice
having a good time.
Couldn't wait to be intoxicated.
He's just ready, to do something. Well, also we know that Liz has a bit of she has more tolerance than Jonah does. So maybe she's like, the wine's not really doing it for me.
Jonah's 21st birthday.
Jonah's 21st.
That's a good episode if you guys haven't checked it out.
That was a good one. And then Liz had her 21st birthday, and she was fine,
We should plug our watch guide that we just posted on Patreon.
Yeah, it's on Patreon.
It's a free post, so you don't have to be a member. You can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/survivingpod. And if you want to catch up on...
Surviving Pod? Okay. But yeah.
I was going to say 7 little Platteville's.
No!
Which is going to be a real problem for me in the next few weeks.
God, yeah, this is going to be the overlap that we were dreading here.
If you want to catch up on 7 Little Johnstons and you have no idea where to start because there's just so many seasons, we have a watch guide of, it's like 20-ish episodes, maybe 15.
Yeah. So instead of trying to burn through 16 seasons to catch up, that's at least a little cheat sheet guide that you can kind of go through on instead of, trying to burn through everything all at once here. But anyway, we leave off on the cliffhanger of she's asking Darcy and Stacy if
I wish.
What are their names?
Daisy and Carol.
Daisy and Carol. She's asking if they'll be her bridesmaids. And we had to cut away and then come back for the answer because who knows? Are they going to say yes? Are they going to say no?
Brice was nervous.
Brice was
clearly
sweating, but I don't think it was from the question. I don't think it was from the cliffhanger here. Of course they say yes. They're very excited. They love Brice. They love Elizabeth. They're happy to be included as part of their special day here.
I'm a little worried that the name Daisy is starting to grow on me.
Daisy.
The more I hear it.
Oh, boy. Okay. We're going to name our next dog that? Daisy and Maisie?
You're inspiring something.
Oh, boy.
No, if people think it's Daisy then.
Yeah, people think Daisy
they'll
and
just
Maisie.
make an assumption.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to correct them.
And then who wants to do that every single time you introduce your dog to somebody? That gets old. Anyway, what else we got? Oh, they're still going.
There was the weird moment where they asked Brice what he was most looking forward to at the wedding, and he gives like a heartfelt answer about how he's excited to dance with his daughter, and Liz got jealous.
As you would expect her to at this point, too. Also, what popped into my head was, remember when she was complaining the last episode about, with how long Leighton is now to lay on me on the plane and fall asleep, that's just going to be super uncomfortable. And then friendly reminder that while she was pregnant, she was assuming that she was going to be carrying this kid around until she was 6.
Yeah.
And it's I think 6 months.
I was 6.
6 years old. You think you're going to be carrying around a 6-year-old average sized child?
I'm a slightly below average sized person.
Okay.
And I'm not going to lift up a 6-year-old.
No.
You got 2 feet. Stay on the ground.
Yeah, we're good here. So that was just a whole other thing. But yeah, the instant jealousy reaction.
Right. She makes everyone else center their whole world around Leighton. And then she's offended that her husband-to-be is doing that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, she took it very personally.
She's like, oh, not me, huh?
Not dancing with me.
Yeah. I don't think these two are going to make it long term.
No.
I'm calling it up front. She says too many mean things to him.
But again, if he activates into donkey brains, if he's able to get there.
He just has to shut off all emotions and thoughts.
If he just turns that off and then it just kind of phases by. And that's what they're training him to do. Trent is gearing him up for that. He's like, look, you got to get those donkey brains going. Because when they were setting up the swing set, he was like, hey, just agree to everything. Anything that she says, yes, that's a great idea. It's a beautiful color. That's a wonderful arrangement. That's a great plan for the day. Don't have any input or opinions on anything. Just go with the flow. Don't think about what you need.
It's a great way to start a marriage.
Yeah.
Really a partnership.
Build that foundation of just, it's a facade. And then stack stuff high enough on there, you won't even realize that it's all wobbly under there.
Yeah, until one day you get so upset and you've had years and years of resentment building about how nothing ever gets to be your way and you never get to have your own opinion.
Well, that's what they call a midlife crisis. And then that's where you snap a little bit, and then that's what's going to happen there. But Brice is just here. He's just excited to learn more about wine. All the information that the sommelier is. He's he's having a good time enjoying the products here. And then as the sommelier is explaining all these things, again, it's not really landing with what's going on.
No, they seemed annoyed by the sommelier's presence. why is he trying to teach us about the wine?
Well,
We just want to
sommeliers-
drink the wine.
Yeah, sommeliers talk a lot. There's a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to wine. There's a lot of stuff to learn. But
They have to learn a lot.
they have no idea what any of this is. So this is like wasted knowledge that's just like rapid fire. You need to kind of get a read. Like, is this group in here because they want to know all these great stories and details about this wine? Not really. Like, the cameras are here and stuff. They're just here to get loaded up.
Right. Just based on the pure speed that they're consuming the drinks.
Yeah.
I think we can tell we're not savoring them. We're not attempting to taste all the different flavors.
The subtle hints of, what the fruit variety
I'm
is.
doing very good with the sommelier words.
Yeah, that is.
No.
I think if you notice how empty the bucket is.
The notes. Sorry, I just had to get that in there so people don't think that I have no idea what I'm talking about.
If you're the sommelier and you're taking a peek into the bucket and you realize how little amount of wine is in there, it's because it's inside of all of these people. So just, you can tone it down.
I think he was kind of getting a little nervous because like they were drinking so much of the wine so quickly.
Yes.
And the majority of people at the table are smaller.
And they ordered a flight after the wine tasting. And he was like, oh God, am I going to have to cut them off? Basically, like, there was a concern that flashed in front of him there for a moment where he was like, okay, I guess.
Like, you know what a flight is,
you
right?
guys are going to like share the flight though, right? It's not you're not going to do a flight.
To be
right?
fair, it's pretty much just for Carol and Brice.
That's pretty much who's drinking it now. Yeah, like that's what's going on. They're going to polish this thing off and they want to round out on a good note here.
I can't wait to see them together at that 360-degree bar.
Oh yeah, that's going to be wild. That's the wedding setup in the backyard. That'll be fun. But before we get to that, we got a couple other excursions, some day trip sort of event things that are happening around beautiful downtown San Diego.
You could not pay me to go to a falconry. To have a bird with talons fly at my face?
Yeah, it makes that sound too. And it lunges at you with the claws.
No.
With the talons.
I've seen too much. I know too much about them, about birds at this point.
The investigation. We've seen the autopsy reports. We know a thing or two about the claws.
The
and
staircase.
What happens. Yeah, that's what I'm alluding to here.
I know.
But okay, so we have Jonah, Ashley, Emma, Alex, and Allie. They're all going to volunteer to potentially be attacked by birds of prey at the falconry experience.
Amber was like, I'm sitting this one out.
Yeah, Amber knew better. She was like, mm-mm. And same with Trent. Trent's like, I don't have the reaction time to avoid a strike here. Like, I have legitimate concerns.
That's fair, but I'm telling you, those two are off swinging.
Oh, I don't know. You think Amber's out of the game? We'll talk about it because I think she's kind of
she's ready to retire from that life.
She's going to hang it up here in a little bit, but I think she knew better than to go around birds. Like, birds just sense that evil, that anxiety, that low grade narcissism of what's happening. There's like a vibration in her body or something. It's just off-putting for other living creatures around her.
Yeah, she would destabilize the entire bird population, the falconry.
Yeah, the falconry would get very upset. You know who's not upset is the guy who's running this falconry experience. He's like, wow, we've never had little people in for this experience. They are built for birds to perch. Okay, like,
so psyched about it.
They have the shorter arms because they were trying to say that their shorter arms was like an issue for this experience. But instead the guy's like, no, that's great. You got like a good solid base and the bird is very perched. And
to be fair, he's used to birds flying at him to land on his arm. They're not.
This is true.
They're like, my arm is so much closer to my face than his arm is to him.
Right.
That this bird is like coming right at me. Yeah.
And like once it gets here, I guess the good thing is like the glove that they gave them, that basically covers your whole arm. Because like that was going up like a forearm, but now it's, on their arm, it covers a little bit more there. So I think I'd feel a little bit better about that. But then
now I just need something to encase the whole rest of my body.
I know sometimes like you can put
a
like
skull cap or something.
You could put like a hood on the bird. Can like I get a full face mask thing, like a full cage hockey mask or something?
Beekeeping type outfit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alex could have brought one. I think he used to.
From the time that they starved the bees to death.
They starved those bees. Yeah. They were like, oh, they're not making enough honey. You need to feed them. Yeah. What are you doing?
Forgot all about those bees.
Just left them out there to fend for themselves. Good luck. And I don't know. They've destabilized several colonies now at this point, probably.
They don't have a good track record with animals. So I'm glad we're just visiting the animals and looking at them from afar.
Yeah. And I mean, like, they rented goats that one time because that was just going to be, for storyline, because they thought that they were going to have some goats. I don't
really
think they
wanted to see a goat eat through that kitchen wall.
I would have loved that, though. Yeah, because goats will eat anything. So
I thought we were going to get
only a matter of time here. But I think the main point, the main takeaway of this experience then was how Emma still hasn't found a boyfriend. And that's the real letdown about Conference so far, is that she's making friends. They make friends, but nobody to, get to second base with.
This opens an entire conversation about what the bases are, because Elizabeth also later on is like trying to make Brice seem like he's stupid because he has an innocent explanation of what each of the bases is.
Right.
But she's the one who says, I got to get Emma to second base.
I think she meant that. I think she meant actual second base.
Really?
Because then that's what Jonah had to jump in and be like, Elizabeth doesn't know anything about the bases. she doesn't. But it seemed like nobody really did.
Except for Trent, obviously.
Well, Trent, he made up the bases. I think he listened to a lot of Meatloaf around that time. The, musician, the band, Bat Out of Hell. You ever listen to that?
What does that have to do with the bases?
There's a very popular segment of a song that has the baseball announcer, and it's an analogy for...
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Making out in the front seat.
We know that Trent is a pervert, so it's obvious that if anybody here was going to know, it would be him.
Right. Do you know the bases?
We've already been through this.
Have we been through this?
I get them confused.
Because we're one to judge. And then we get them mixed up a little bit from time to time.
I'm not judging. I was upset that Elizabeth was, again, talking down about Brice and how stupid he is.
Well, that's her level. She needs to be, the falcon that's on top, and then she pecks at him below.
Is.
Yeah.
A lot of pecking. She's going to peck that man to death.
That's what's going on. One beak at a time. Just slowly chipping away here.
Jonah's advice about finding somebody was find someone. Well, first find the place you want to live. And then you just find somebody who lives in that place.
It's a proximity game.
Yeah.
For Jonah. Even though he didn't do that. His girlfriend lives in a different state from him.
And also, they haven't decided where they're going to live.
To be fair, I think they have decided where they're going to live. It's just Ashley doesn't know it yet. Yes. Type
because
of thing.
What is it? She's in North Carolina?
I think so. Yeah, North Carolina.
And then they're in Georgia. So she doesn't know she's moving to Georgia yet, but she's probably moving into Trent and Amber's house. She doesn't know that part either.
That's the other surprise.
Or that lot down the street that Liz didn't want.
Guess what? Yeah, there's a vacant lot that we're going to be building on soon. That's where we're going to get all the dirt to fill in the backyard. And then, we're just going to clear that for grading purposes. And look at that. Now we have a lot that's ready to build on.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see who ends up with that lot.
Is that what's going on? Yeah.
It's between them and Emma. Emma,
yeah.
You think?
Well, Emma would be next best bet.
I think Emma's trying to get out of here. I was going to say Alex and Allie.
But no, they're going to Ohio.
But we talked about a little theory at the end of this episode.
We do have a little theory about that, so stay tuned on that. But yeah, we'll take a quick break here momentarily, and we still got one more excursion to go. You don't want to miss it.
It's their last day in San Diego, and so they're going on a boat tour to look at either seals or sea lions.
I don't know, because they kept calling them sea lions, but then the boat on the side of it said seal tours.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Carly Animal Facts, I can't differentiate what I'm looking at.
I know there's a difference between sea lions and
Aren't
seals.
sea lions larger than seals?
Here we go. Here we go.
I just shouldn't have even said it.
Oh, Carly Animal Facts.
Okay, if I envision...
I didn't check. I didn't check beforehand, so I can't confirm.
If I'm envisioning a sea lion in my mind, it's a lot larger and it's got larger whiskers.
Does it have tusks?
And a seal is whiskerless.
Whiskless. Does it have tusks?
No.
Okay, because that's a walrus. Those are different things
no,
too.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I could be confusing a walrus with a sea lion.
That's what I was worried about.
Just in pure girth.
Yes.
It's a possibility.
It's very... That's a real concern that popped into my head as soon as you started describing it, actually. Yeah.
All 3 real animals.
Correct. Yes. Narwhals?
Fictional.
They're real. That one always throws you off, though. That one always throws you.
I'll never get that one.
No, that's
never.
A trick one. That's a tricky one. Definitely.
Yeah, so we're going on this tour. This would be great we should go on a tour of some type of animal. And
we should go on a tour of some type of animal?
And I can learn a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like the sommelier, fact dumping a bunch of stuff that just does not land, does not resonate.
That I will not be able to store away for later.
Well, this is an amphibious vehicle, too. This was a whole other experience.
Scared me.
It's on land. It's in the water. It's a bus. It's a boat.
We're on a road. And the next minute, we're just plowing into the sea.
Emma was very alarmed by that. Yeah, as soon as she was like, we're in the water now. And it's like, yes, that is exactly what's going on.
Did everyone have life jackets on?
I don't think anybody had life jackets on.
What if what if the car goes down? The boat? I don't know what to call it.
The vehicle, the amphibious vehicle.
I gotta tell you, I didn't think these existed. Like, do you remember?
I think they used them in the Civil War. Like,
really?
Yeah, like late 1800s.
You know what it reminded me of when Janelle tried to drive her car through that giant lake that had formed in the crater when they were going camping?
Well, they sent Christine's shitty minivan first. Because they were like, if this doesn't make it, oh well.
Yeah.
It was Cody's sports car. That was the big concern because that clearance was like...
Well, for him.
4 inches. No, I mean, it's that thing's low to the ground. So if something's going to get stuck and swept away, it was probably that.
Yeah. That was the first amphibious vehicle that I ever saw.
Well, that's not an amphibious vehicle because that is a land vehicle going through water that it should not be going through. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is like at least designed for that. There is a practical purpose.
Do you remember at Disney, they used to have like a ride where it would be like all these things that you're going to see in like homes in the next like 20, 30 years, something like that.
Oh boy, easy. Good Lord. Just body slamming. Okay, now she's got to turn. You got to fix that mic. There you go.
Guys.
There you go. No, I don't remember that.
Oh.
I don't remember that experience.
Yeah, maybe it was at Universal Studios or something. I don't know. This used to be a thing.
I didn't go to Disney much.
And you'd be like, oh, this is like we did because my cousins lived in Florida. Well, so it was like the only thing we ever did.
You're legally obligated to go.
Yeah. We got that Floridian discount, so.
Locals only.
But
so
yeah,
what is it? It's
I kind of figured like
microwaves.
What is it? An amphibious vehicle?
Yeah,
an amphibian vehicle. That is like a thing that like would be of that exhibit that just never came to fruition.
What would be the purpose? Just because of global warming and the mass flooding that would take place,
sure.
And so that's why you need an amphibious vehicle because you don't know if the roads are going to be covered in water or if they're going to be drivable.
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that part.
We'll have to ask the sommelier.
The explanation of why these things were going to exist? I was just like,
that's the only question that I asked.
I can turn the lights on and off without touching a switch?
Yeah, that's the clapper. That's been around for quite some time, too.
Okay, we need one of those because there's so many nights where you walk out of the room and, like, I'm still in bed and I'm like, the light's still on.
The overhead one?
Yeah.
No.
And it's so far.
That one's on a switch, though. Like, that's normally it's the clappers for...
But now, look, it took so long for me to get comfortable in bed. And Maisie's laying, too.
Right.
And then I got to disturb the entire environment that we've created
The
so that I could get
ecosystem,
up and
yeah.
turn the light off
It's
and then
very
start
troubling.
the process all over again.
Very troubling. Yeah. Okay. We'll put it on the list. Yeah, we'll throw the clapper in there
Anyway.
too, I guess.
10 out of 10 for the tour from Jonah. This was, I guess, something that they must have gotten to do for free by saying they'd put it on TV, because the way that he promoted it and how he learned so much, and he knows more about San Diego now than he even knows about his hometown.
Learned a lot of stuff along the way. Yeah. That
Which
was
I do absolutely believe.
very beneficial.
I think if you asked Jonah for like 3 facts about Forsyth, he would struggle to come up with one.
They've never done an amphibious vehicle tour, a guided amphibious vehicle tour in Forsyth. So
They
he
can
has
start the
no,
first.
yeah, he has no information to go off.
It'll start in their backyard,
Oh, maybe later this season.
in the creek.
That's going to be wedding planning stuff. We're getting to it. We're getting to it. But first, we have Alex and Allie spotlight on their relationship, because we got to gear up for the next few episodes here. But we open with, it's Amber and Trent, I guess, like in the lobby of the hotel having coffee. Instead of, they aren't able to do their bed talk.
The only place that they could catch him this whole weekend.
Yeah. This was it.
Because normally they are in a room with
In a
"Do
bed.
Not Disturb" plaque up on the door.
So they're chatting, and Amber's like, yeah, now that the kids are older, I think I'm going to stop coming to conferences every year. That's something you can do with them.
Do people not like her there? If you have been to this conference, please let us know. Send us a DM.
Let
Tell
us
us,
know.
tell us the tea. Like, do people not like Amber?
I don't.
I know we don't, but maybe she's like upset that there's got to be a reason why she's changed her tune.
No, I think
Because
this
she's trying to position it like she's always done this for the kids.
yeah.
But meanwhile, the whole weekend, they've usually just told them to fuck off and leave them alone.
Stay
while
alive.
They go have their
Don't
own
lea-
time.
Yeah, stay alive. Don't leave the hotel without telling us. Like, those were the rules.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it doesn't really seem like it was as much of a huge sacrifice here that she's making it out to be. That
Typical narcissist to be like,
That's what I'm saying.
I dedicated 18 years of my life to bring you guys to this conference year after year after year.
But now that they're adults and they go off and they do their own things and they don't need me, I don't care to participate in this anymore. So it's like, okay, Amber's not having fun, so she's going to take her ball and go home.
Maybe she's afraid of being embroiled in a swinging scandal that gets revealed on TikTok.
Maybe she's afraid of being trapped in an amphibious vehicle out on the water. Who knows?
Legitimate.
These are legit fears, though, now. Yeah. So what do we get? We get the recap of Alex.
Amber, stop. She's not minding her own business again. Remember when the therapist told her to do that a
She's
couple
meddling.
seasons ago?
She's meddling.
So I think, was it at the last conference where Allie and Alex had been broken up?
They were focusing on their relationship as friends because they were having a little bit of trouble with the long distance stuff.
But by the end of the conference, they were dating again.
They were back together.
Yeah.
So that's what this is like, the next conference after they've made up and they've worked through all these problems, because this is also both of their first relationships ever, which is concerning to me as well.
Well, it's concerning because they're already putting them on the path to marriage.
Right. Yes, that is exactly what's going on. That's what they're gearing up for. That's what they've paved the way towards here.
We do see them do a little cooking class together,
A little cooking class.
which was cute. I liked it. The fish tacos.
The fish tacos.
They made everything. They made the tortillas from scratch.
They made the tortillas from scratch.
It all looked good.
So that was nice. They did. They
Even
did look good.
I don't even like fish, and
I
the fish.
like
looked
fish
good
tacos
before they
'cause
put it
it's-
on the taco.
I mean, you fry fish. It's good. It's good. I mean, it's not
All
good
they
for
do
you.
is eat fried fish on this show.
I like
Ever
it.
since Brice came around.
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
This is
why-
just another fish fry in another form.
I guess so. We've worked around it. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Maybe
Brice
that's
didn't
why they
come here.
did it. Alex was like, "You got to give me more recipes that involve fish."
Fried fish. Yeah, I need to mix it up. Can we get some cabbage and slaw on there too, or something? Like, I need break
some
this up.
fiber in my diet.
I got to break this up a little bit and just make it something else. It tastes like something else for a little bit here.
So this is something that Alex likes to do because we've seen him get into cooking in the past seasons. He excelled at it, or at least he thought he excelled at it for the purposes of also pointing out how bad Anna was at cooking.
Yeah, I think it was more a way to boost his confidence because we had something that Anna was not so good at. And that's what they wanted to keep showcasing, was that Alex was better than Anna at this thing.
I don't think that Allie likes to cook.
He said that she likes to cook, and then the
She
chef
couldn't name one thing.
Yeah, the chef who was running it was like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, what are some of the recipes that you like to make? What are some dishes that you enjoy?" And she's like, "Can't think of any. Don't know. Nothing comes to mind at all for that, actually." Skyline chili, you like that? That's good. I don't make that, but I eat that.
You know, I have such a gripe with the entire concept of Skyline chili.
Carly doesn't like chili on spaghetti.
No.
She doesn't like that.
What are we doing? No, it's not even just the chili. It's
the amount of cheese. It's the amount of cheese is too much. It makes me gag. Yeah, it's a lot of cheese. I will give you that 100%.
I'm guessing it's an acquired taste.
Uh,
Did she even eat that when they went to Skyline Chili? Because we saw them go there.
There was a lot of cheese. Yeah.
She did have the
yes,
she
the
had
chili.
it with, okay, because I thought they ordered like a potato.
Oh, maybe. Well, because you can get it on other stuff.
Things,
There's
yeah.
other stuff, other vehicles that you can
She had to
have
mix
for
it
that.
up. It's probably like the third time she was there this week.
Yeah, she likes it. She loves it.
Yeah.
Also, they might have had a spot, where it was just like, you have an obligation. You need to say that you like Skyline chili. So you have to say
You're under
that.
contract.
Yeah, we filmed there. We let you film here. So now you owe us one.
Do people like make it at home?
I think people make chili at home because then that was what.
Right, because I'm like, this is two different meals.
This is different. Well, I wouldn't have chili and fish tacos. Yeah, that would be different things too.
I mean, if I'm making Skyline chili, I just had to make pasta.
Spaghetti
and now
and
I'm
chili.
making chili. Those are two distinct
Well, you
meals.
make the spaghetti while the chili is finishing up there. It's got like 30 minutes that it just has to kind of
Are
stew.
there beans in the chili?
Yeah. It's mostly meat, though.
Right, yeah. I'm okay with the beans being in chili when it's just chili. But the idea of eating beans in the chili on top of the spaghetti is what's really turning me off.
I think the beans are more mashed up, though. Like, it's not like visible
a puree,
bean.
Excellent.
It's almost like that. It's
Disgusting.
like a meat paste mixture. Really appetizing and appealing, obviously, here. But they've got other plans for when Alex comes to visit in Ohio. They're going to hit up the fair.
The county fair.
Is it the county fair? Is it the state fair?
I thought it was. I assumed we were going big, and it was the state fair.
State
but
fair?
later, she called it the county fair.
Okay, county fair, a little different. Yeah, that's going to be a different change of pace, definitely.
Alex is going to travel to Ohio in a couple weeks. He's going to go to this fair, and Allie is going to be showing pigs for the last time before I guess she ages out of the bracket to do it.
This is a pig royalty crossover that we were not expecting.
I have never wanted anything more.
And I was like, oh my God, when is this episode? It's literally the next episode, you guys. They're not teeing this up and then maybe getting around to it and forgot about it until the end of the season. No. We're jumping right in. So we're getting the pig royalty episode next week. I'm pumped.
Okay, and it gets even better because she's trying to push Alex to also show some pigs, even though he's never done this before in his entire life.
Which feels like this is Alex's first girlfriend, and he's just going along with like, yeah, you like tractors? I like tractors. You like farm? I like farm. Now it's, you like showing pigs at the county fair? I don't know what to do with that. Because he's trying. He's going to. I don't think he's going to be good at it.
No, you've got to practice. We saw pig royalty. There's work that goes in. There's preparation. There are costumes.
Yeah, I don't think Alex has the temperament to show pigs.
No, right? Don't you think he's going to make the pigs anxious?
He is going to get frustrated with the pigs, and then the pigs are going to be acting out. They're going to be walking all over him.
Also, I feel like, I don't know how competitive a county fair pig showing is. But
They all are. Based on our experience of watching pig royalty, they're all like that.
I would be so annoyed if I'm here, like, ready to show my pigs. I've been doing this year after year after year, and here comes a novice who knows nothing and is going to disturb all of us because don't they all start at the same time?
It depends on the group that you're in, I guess. Maybe an age group or something. That's very elitist of you, though. Or it's like, oh, it's exclusive, where you don't want no newcomers, no new people to keep the hobby going and keep the new blood coming in or anything. No, none of that.
It's cutthroat in this competition.
I guess so. That's what we're learning. Yeah, but Alex isn't going alone up to Ohio for that visit next week.
Amber's coming too.
Amber's tagging along because why?
She's going to give Allie's parents an ultimatum like she did Trent.
Yeah, she has to talk to Allie's parents and see if they're ready to move this relationship to the next level, because it seems like Amber is.
Well, she's ready to give Alex away to them.
Yeah, she's ready to ship him off because it's going to be their first kid moving out of state, which that makes them a little bit nervous here. So Amber's trying to be mindful of that. And, we got to make sure this is a good spot. We're getting this kid set up for success here.
They had so much shit to talk about Anna when she was going to college and how they needed to push the baby bird out of the nest, but like she wasn't ready. And how are we not having those conversations about Alex?
Well, I think it's because they coddle the boys, because Jonah wasn't allowed to go out on his own. He needed to live at home.
And Jonah's being adopted by Ashley at some point.
At some point, there will be a transfer of ownership.
Yes. Legal guardianship.
Yeah.
And then Alex is going to Allie's parents.
I guess
that's
that's the goal here. Mm-hmm. That's the end goal. Maybe, I guess our theory is, based on the preview for next week, they're met with some opposition where people aren't as open-minded and they're throwing around the M word and things like that when they see the family there.
Would you have guessed that Ohio versus Georgia would be such a different experience? Or is it that she's living in a more rural area and they live outside of Atlanta?
Right.
They're not exactly like down where the Plaths are living in Georgia.
Yeah.
Cairo.
Right. Yeah. So I think it might just be, that sort of proximity to larger demographic areas, I suppose, or something like that. But I feel like that's all that Amber's going to need to experience to be like, Ohio's not safe. Alex isn't allowed to go.
They're going to start shopping for a farm. They're going to have to buy a farm.
Is that what's going to happen?
Maybe they'll buy the Plath's peanut farm.
Maybe. They could. They might be able to. I guess we'll have to see. I don't understand how Trent is like, oh, yeah, I think it's great that Alex is finishing up his broadcasting degree in college, too, so that he can go up on the farm. Because you can do that anywhere. Broadcast TV, they're doing TV everywhere. On farms. There's lots of farm TV now. Farm
Where?
TV. I don't know. On Trent's TV, I guess. Because that's what Amber's like. Yeah, I know. You're watching it all the time. What? Can you give us some examples? Because I don't know. Pig royalty? Aside from that. But like, that's different. And then you would have to land on that production crew or like.
Usually it's like pretty hard if you're going to get a job within a TV and film industry. You have to be located like where shows are being made.
Georgia would be way better opportunity as far as the reality TV production goes.
North Carolina even like that was a while ago.
Yeah.
That was like the John and Kate years. North Carolina was like a good place to
Georgia's big now. Georgia's real big.
Yeah.
That's where all the tax breaks are.
Made in Georgia.
Yeah, that's at the end of a ton of stuff. ton of stuff that we watch.
And the big peach.
Yes. Yeah. It has the peach at the end.
You know what I've been thinking about? Remember all the peaches that were at Costco?
Yeah, they smelled so good because they were rotten. Yeah.
But they smelled so good.
They did smell so good.
I just keep thinking about them.
Yeah. Yeah, but they were like leaking through the... No. Yeah, once you can smell them that prominently, they're past their prime.
They smelled delicious, though.
That's not it. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get back with some wedding planning here. You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it because it's going to be a cluster. So Liz and Brice are working on stuffing their save the dates, which I'm confused about.
I was so worried where that was going. I was like, we just came out of an ad break. I don't know if we're going to be able to say that.
No, I'm keeping it clean.
Okay. They're stuffing the
All
save the
envelopes.
dates. Stuffing envelopes.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Whew.
She referred to them as a puzzle, and first I thought that she accidentally bought a save the date that is a puzzle because that exists.
Oh.
Where then you have to put the pieces together to like see there's a reveal at the end.
Well, how about this? You just send people the pieces and then they put it together and then they figure out, oh, okay. Yeah, that would be okay.
No, I think you got to put it together. You got to put it together.
No, just send the pieces.
No, the
Let
post
them put it
office will
together.
be very upset about that.
What?
If your envelope is like not completely flat,
Yeah.
it's coming back to you.
No, well, I mean, you could like have the pieces. You probably wouldn't be able to send them in an envelope then.
All I know was I was thinking, wow, that's some big money because those puzzle pieces are expensive.
Yeah, that's going to take a lot. But that wasn't it. She was just talking about like the process of.
Yes, it was very confusing for them to figure out where they had to put the return sticker and the sticker to hold the envelope closed.
The labels, the stamps.
Yeah.
I hope they have enough postage to cover. Yeah. For if it was going to be the extra puzzle pieces or if this is like real thick card stock. Did you weigh all the envelopes after you packed them up?
There were a lot.
There was a lot.
And they were complaining. And I was confused because later Amber said the wedding's only going to be 70 people.
Yeah.
So how many invitations did you send out? Or save the dates?
Which will eventually evolve into invitations at a later date. But I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that was just, it's a stack of them. That could have been, how many do you think that was? Like 40? That was like half of them.
More than half.
Yeah. There you go. Well, you're halfway done then, I guess, if you get through that stack.
They just made it seem like they're going to be doing this for weeks.
I don't think it takes too much. I mean, how many do you think Brice did before he lost interest?
3.
I was going to say 2. I was going to say 2. I think it was 1 to learn
sat
it.
At the table as long as, 1 to learn it, and then he did 1 more.
1 to learn it, 1 to do it, and then be like, I'm done.
Yeah. Until the cameras went down, he was like, okay, I'm going back to making antelopes or whatever.
Jackalopes.
Jackalopes.
Different. He does have his taxidermy as a hobby. So that is something that he does.
Yeah. He notices that there's a collage of photos on the save the date from the photo shoot they did, but not one of them is of them in the ghillie suits or fly fishing.
Yeah. He's kind of bummed out about that, actually. But where were you in the planning stages of putting this together?
She probably just ordered them and didn't even ask.
That's what I'm saying.
She knew he was going to want to use one of those photos.
Yeah, and she didn't want to have that conversation. And then she's like, well, the wedding's in November, and that's your favorite month, so you're welcome. And it's like, oh, okay. I didn't know we were keeping track like that.
Isn't that weird to be like, well, it's your favorite month or one of your favorite months or something, like not one that you don't like. So you should be happy that I included you in the wedding plans.
That was your contribution, was that I know that you like November. And so
that was my compromise.
Well, also that I think the reason why Brice likes November and why it's his favorite month is because that's when deer season starts. So I don't think that Elizabeth has really pieced together the reasoning of why Brice likes November, because she's like, yeah, all the trees are changing colors and it's going to look beautiful for the photos and there's going to be this canopy backdrop. No, didn't care about any of that. No. That's not why I'm here. That's not why I'm rooting for November. Oh, she's waking up.
Also, his eyes were just like glazed over as she was talking about all the plans and the colors and the month and the vision for the whole wedding.
Are they not having sex? Is that
no, they're not.
Okay, so they were talking about holding off.
He's trying to take it off the table until after they get married,
as God intended. Obviously, that's the way to do that. But it seems like that's not helping with the frustration levels in the wedding planning here, where now they're both reaching critical peaks here. We are at dangerous levels.
Yeah, because she referred to it as he's in the dugout.
Right, because they're not running
if we're talking
bases.
about bases.
Yeah, even though neither of them seem to really have a grasp on the bases in general. Even though she rips on him for really not knowing the bases. But she didn't sound like she knew the bases either. So that's extra confusing.
So they're talking about the wedding attire and the colors. And he's like not into what she has picked out for him to wear.
Yeah, he's getting bummed out because he's like, oh, there's no camo. There's no camo involved in any of this.
His dream wedding must be when Leah and Corey got married on Team Mom.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say, did Maddie and Caleb do camo stuff too? Or was that like...
I don't remember. There may have been some. There may have been subtle. I don't recall. I could just be completely making that up.
I don't think
but
he wore
had that whole cake.
He did have an entire cake that was a deer cake. The deer cake. And then you cut into it and it looked like meat. So that's very appealing.
It was horrifying.
Okay. The thing that I'm thinking of, what am I thinking of? No, he didn't have anything in the wardrobe. No, I don't think so. So yeah, that was something else. But that was somebody else who was like, oh yeah, camo. I think Maddie vetoed that. She was like, no camo for the wedding, though. Mm-hmm. So that was the compromise instead. But Brice is like, I got to figure out some way to incorporate some camo into the ceremony here, into the wardrobe, into the look and feel. But it's like, is that the compromise? Is that the leaves are going to be changing? And so you you already have like your fall foliage?
Yeah, I feel like she's trying to like figuratively give him cameo.
Yeah, like
camo.
Cameo. Brice is not on Cameo, guys.
Not yet.
Just to be clear. Yeah, not yet, at least to our knowledge here.
She was like, I don't know, like look at the leaves. They kind of look like camo and I'm going to give you a brown tie. And he's like, I don't want to wear a brown tie.
I don't want a brown tie. Yeah, why are you trying to sell me on things that I don't even want? But then also he almost forgot. You just got to turn that brain off and just say, oh, well, I just like what you like.
I like Jonah's take on this, honestly, because he was like, I don't know, you like are marrying the dude. You had a baby with him. He likes camo. So if that's going to be the deal breaker at this point, I think you've done something wrong.
Maybe, yeah, like that's not the dude that you should be marrying or something. Don't say that. Don't say that.
He didn't say that.
No.
He
didn't say that.
Stopped short of saying that.
He didn't say that.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, if that's going to be such a detriment, where it's something that is so important to Brice that you don't want to be part of this day, yeah, I don't think that's the route that we need to be going.
The way you do it is you find something that you don't really care that much about. And then you say, hey, this is what you have free reign over.
Elizabeth cares about everything.
I know.
She's a control freak. She's mini mom. She's mini Amber.
Yeah, Amber 2.0.
That's what's going on here. And then even as they're talking more about the ideas of things that they have planned for the wedding and things that they still have to work on, that she's stressing out about. We still have to write our vows because you wanted to do custom vows.
Yeah, and then we get the truth about that.
He did.
Which was that
no.
Brice just agreed to write his own vows because he thought that was what Elizabeth wanted him to say.
Yeah, I just thought that was the right answer. She's confused and frustrated again of, oh, well, that's something else that we have to do on our list now.
Just don't do it then.
Well, then
just if you go find some vows.
If you both realized this at the same time, neither of you have written custom vows yet at this point, and you're both realizing, I really don't want to do custom vows. Don't do custom vows.
Change the plan.
So guess what? I think he was right. I think that is what she wants, but she just doesn't want to do it as that part. She wants him to write vows.
Oh, she wants to make fun of him.
Oh, that'll be it too.
Yeah, because she was like, you better start practicing now because, you don't talk good in front of people.
Yeah.
Are you going to use those kinds of words in your vows? For people who come from a family where they don't even understand like how to properly say Brice
and I. Brice and me.
Mm-hmm.
Different uses.
She's got a lot to say about how Brice uses the English vocabulary.
I want Brice to get up there and just say, camo, 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 love you lots.
Well, they were even like trying to think about what he put in his vows, and they were making fun of him talking about fishing and hunting and how it's probably going to be a lot about that.
Well, that's his whole identity. Yeah, that's all this man has.
Yeah.
And then you guys are ripping on him about it. And then also, Elizabeth made that her entire identity to connect with this man.
Mm-hmm.
And then she doesn't like any of that stuff. So then it's like, well, then why are you ripping on him?
That's what I don't like about her. She is a person who has formed her entire personality based around the person she's in a relationship with.
Girlfriend chameleon.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yeah. So that's annoying to me.
Yeah.
And that's part of the frustration of the wedding planning process that we just constantly have to be facing here. But that's not the only wedding planning that we have going on.
No, things are getting serious because they hire a wedding planner because they're going to need one because they're trying to do this in Amber and Trent's backyard.
So this is like the person, I think, who did like the baby shower and like, so they've done like other events for them, I think. Okay. I think that was what they were saying.
So
is that Julie? Julie's
Julie's
like the event
wedding
planner who's going to like be planning the wedding and coordinating this.
Got a lot of work to do.
She's got a lot. Yeah, we're going to peruse. We're going to walk around the property and just get an idea. See where we're at. See what we need to work on. We were drawing up designs of like what the tent is going to look like that everybody's going to be hanging out in and stuff. And just what is that spatially going to lay out to be? What do we need from the venue in that?
The first red flag is that Amber and Liz are dressed the same.
They don't live together anymore, but they are still like hardwired connected.
On the same wavelength.
Yeah. And when they first said it, I was like, oh, they kind of match. And then when you saw them standing next to each other, no, they were wearing the same thing. Mm-hmm. It was the same exact outfit.
Bridezilla 1 and Bridezilla number 2.
Momzilla, Bridezilla and Momzilla. And that's what we're dealing with right now.
I hope Julie pulls through with this whole thing because otherwise I feel like they're going to go on a spree and write all kinds of negative Google reviews for her. They're going to send crowds of people to destroy her business.
Yeah, just like that first wedding shop that didn't have a match for them, which I'm sure they just obliterated their Google reviews. And
don't you just get that vibe from them?
Yes, absolutely. Definitely.
So they kind of scope out the yard because they know they have enough room to do this, but they're just not sure where they're going to put everything and how exactly it's going to work. And the first problem is they've got all these big, beautiful 50-year-old oak trees. And aesthetically, we're going to have to remove a couple of them.
Yeah, at least 2 of these got to go. And then Trent's looking around. He's like, well, I mean, there are some dead trees that I should probably remove. There's like 4 of those that we should probably get before we have like the good mature trees. Because Trent used to be a landscaper. This is kind of his thing. He's like real big on trees.
Killing him inside.
Yeah, he's like, oh, no, you can't just like chop down a mature, like well-established tree here in this spot. Like, this is terrible.
Too bad. That's where we decided the tent's going.
That's the tent spot now. So yeah, get rid of it. It's got to go.
So he's like, great.
Cool.
Yes. List the trees that I got to cut down.
Okay. Add that to the list. Yeah. We have multiple trees to remove and then stumps to grind down and all that fun stuff. We won't even get into that because we already saw what happened in season 1 when they tried to remove some trees single-handedly. Truck caught on fire somehow. We almost lost Amber. It was close. It could have gone haywire real quick.
We better not have to watch them do that again.
I really hope not.
Those trees are really, really, really big,
Those are big trees.
I mean, the tree in their yard the first time was big, but these just
that thing was tall.
Like,
well, that one was dead, too. Yeah. Like, that was why they were trying to bring it down. And so then it's like, it's tougher to cut down a tree that's, like, well-established and
got roots.
Got roots going there and stuff. But it's just like, I mean, dead tree, it just, like, basically it's fallen over, the pieces, parts and stuff, so... Whatever. Add that to the list. Couple of trees.
Also,
handful.
Brice is going to have to move his tree stand for his deer hunting. Because
right.
Unfortunately, apparently, he likes to deer hunt in the spot where they're going to be having this wedding.
Right.
So it's going to foil all his plans because the wedding's in November. That's when deer hunting season is. And now he's not going to be able to do it.
Starts that week. Yeah. And guess what? All this stuff that we're going to have set up, all the things that we're going to be bringing around here, there's not going to be deer around here anywhere. It's just, they're going to be scared
all the deer
off.
away.
Yeah, they're going to be scared off. They're not going to be coming around here. So you're going to have to find a new spot now.
Don't you feel like maybe that was a little close to the house to be hunting?
It was like, I think they said it was about 250 yards from the house.
I don't know how long that is.
That's 2.5 football fields. She still doesn't know.
No.
No, that's a reasonable, and as long as you're not, firing anything towards the house, yeah, as long as you're still facing into the woods, I think you're good. Yeah. That's fine.
I don't know. I have no interest
in
finding out what Brice does out there.
You have to know your target and know what's beyond it. Yeah,
I feel bad because as they're standing there, Trent starts pitching Bryce's dream wedding, where he's like, how about we get Brice and he can wear full camo and we'll get him up in the tree stand because that's where he spends a lot of his time out here in this yard. And he can have a grand entrance where he descends from the tree stand and makes his way down the aisle. And it'll be a surprise. Nobody will know that that's where he's coming from.
Liz doesn't like that. Liz doesn't like.
Remember the part where you said you should probably just not say anything, Trent?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And just agree with everything that Liz says.
You're giving this man the wedding of his dreams.
You're building up hope.
Yeah.
Now that he thinks that this could be a possibility. But also, it sounds like a sketch. It sounds like a bit. So that's not really what you should do for a wedding. That's not like wedding.
Doesn't scream formal to you?
It's not giving bridesmaids to me.
Maybe it is.
Maybe climb you like a tree. Maybe. There are parts in there, but I don't think so. So the hopes that are being built up, they're quickly dashed. And then Liz is like, let's talk about something else because Brice is getting too many ideas. Let's try to work on how are we going to walk down the aisle. And I thought immediately, zip line.
Where is the zip line?
The zip line.
That
hello.
they built.
Yeah, they already have this solution in place. They're trying to get people from the house.
Zip in.
Yeah, they're trying to get people from the house down to the wedding area. Zip line. Hello.
Yeah.
She's trying to walk down the aisle, but she keeps clunking into Trent. Zip line. That'll fix it.
Okay, who do you think's responsible for the clunking?
This is mostly Trent.
Really?
Oh, you think it's Elizabeth?
I think Elizabeth's a little heavy-footed.
Oh, okay. I think it's
she wobbles a little bit.
I think it's a synchronization thing because they start off okay, and then as soon as that gets out of syncopation, I just punched the mic. As soon as that gets out of syncopation. Yeah, it's like a coordinated movement.
Uh-huh.
Once it's out of sync, then they're just bashing
problems
into each other.
I was thinking the zip line could be a solution because we know it's going to rain. They've already teased that to us, that it's going to be a big disaster. They could just slide everyone in there.
Okay.
Over the dirt and the muck. And
I've got your solution. Amphibious vehicle. Bring the Seal Tour boat thing. And that's just going to shuttle people back and forth as needed.
Just a couple of those. You just need some shuttles. Amphibious shuttles.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Maybe.
And the zip line. I just feel like you should
the zip
add
line
that.
Works.
For those who are able and excited about it, you can zip in.
Yes, exactly. It's an option.
Yeah.
She's
worried. She might have to have Amber walk her down the aisle instead of Donkey Brains.
It's going to be tough.
I don't know if he's going to be able to get this together.
Yeah, it's left together, right together. It's a lot. That's a lot to take in for Trent. Plus, I think he's just overwhelmed. He's not thinking about walking in pace with Liz right now because he's already thinking about all these trees that he needs to grind down. He's thinking about the checklist for him. The to-do list is growing exponentially. And the longer they stay out here, the more items are being added to it.
They need to get him some help. I didn't know that preparing for the wedding was completely his job.
Yeah, like to grade that. He was talking about, oh yeah, we have to, all these holes that we have to fill because all the ground needs to be level for us to be walking on it out here. Okay, if I just do 2 wheelbarrows per day until November, that ought to do it. And it's like, okay, well, maybe, this shouldn't just be a Trent project out here. Definitely not. Like, yeah, you need to bring in some assistance.
No, isn't that like some real bullshit to be asked to have the wedding in your backyard? So now you have to host it. And then it becomes completely your responsibility to make major changes to your backyard to accommodate the wedding.
See, I thought this was going to be like a family commitment celebration ceremony that was like the workaround for Robin got all the landscaping done in her backyard.
Yeah, she sucked up the whole TLC budget.
She took that budget and she used it to her advantage because she put all that stuff together of like, here's what we're going to be using it for. Now I have grass. Now I have this pergola. Now I have all this stuff in my backyard and everybody else gets dirt. So I thought that was what it was going to be because they were talking about the different stuff they were going to add around the pavilion that was in there and the grading and all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, you don't need to do that. You could just expense that as part of the show now, right? Like that was the goal here, I thought.
I don't think the show is giving them any money.
Doesn't
or if
seem
they
like
are,
it.
It's not a lot.
Doesn't seem like it. Yeah. So they didn't have that worked out in the contract, or it wasn't as open for interpretation the way that the Brown family utilized it.
So they get a whole argument going about where they're putting the arch. She said arches. There are multiple arches?
Multiple arches.
Or is this just the arch she's getting married under?
Well, then there was an arch and then a platform, because then she was under the assumption there would be a platform. And then Trent's like, that's just more stuff to build. I committed to that, but now I already know all these other things that I have to do. I'm not going to have time to do that. So I think he was trying to walk it back.
Cut down on some of the things that he's got to do.
Eliminate some of the necessary items for these other,
he's
unnecessary
going to need to build an ark.
Forget the arch. Bring the ark.
Yeah.
That's what you need. We can zip line out of here, though, probably, right?
Probably from the top of the hill. So that is where they should have the wedding.
They should.
At one point, he gets upset with Elizabeth because she keeps calling him daddy, and he's like, Dad, not daddy.
For a man who insists to be referred to as Big Daddy, does not like when his daughter calls him daddy. I think it's because he has Amber call him daddy. So I think
behind closed doors.
That's where he's like, don't say that.
I feel like this is such a big debate among people is what do you call your parents?
Right. Yeah, I think the mommy daddy, that should end like when you're in high school.
Oh, no.
Junior high.
My family, school. Mommy and daddy sticks around forever.
I know. But like mommy and daddy, I think that's like junior high school range cutoff for me.
Yeah. My mom is in her 60s and she still refers to her mom as mommy.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I grew up. So when he said that, I was like, wow. Okay, I didn't know it's offending you.
You got to enforce it. Yeah, if you're gonna go with it, then yeah, you gotta.
I thought he was Bappa.
Gotta stick to
Boppy.
it.
Bappa? Bappa and Lolly.
Lolly and Bappa.
Yeah, they went hard on that a few seasons ago, and now they're.
Well, it became his golf business that we haven't really heard a lot about.
Well, I think he's gonna have to give that up to do this full time.
That's why, yeah, he hasn't been able to get a business off the ground here.
He's got to prepare his house for Elizabeth's wedding.
He's too busy with too many other projects now. A lot on his plate.
And he's got 2 Ambers yelling at him from different directions.
I think that was the other thing, too, was if Elizabeth is wearing the exact same outfit that Amber's wearing, then she's calling him daddy. He's like, you can't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Stop right now.
I don't want to get confused with my donkey brains. So he's got a very long list of stuff that he's going to have to get to. Nobody seems worried about finding any help or, hiring a team or anything to get any of this done.
Because then the wedding planner's like, yeah, do you guys have like running water down here and stuff? Because we're talking about having like a bar and things. And
we
then
need
they're like
electricity, like the things that normally come inside a building.
Basic necessities for venue type things. But to turn a backyard just open lot into a venue, there's going to be a lot of stuff. This is the same thing they went through with Firefest, you guys. It's where are you going to put the toilets? Where are you going to get water? Where are you going to have shelter? Where are you going to have power?
Also, the Browns buying Coyote Pass.
Yes, same thing. Cistern Wives. Yeah, that's what that show became for a couple of seasons there.
So they're going to be running down the clock. That seems to be the theme of this entire season, is that they really don't have enough time to plan this wedding, but we're going through with it on November 8th.
Yeah, we have to. We have to do it, though, because we have nothing else to film this season. Is what it would come down to. So that'd be a
fight with.
Big problem. Big problem.
Next episode, we get the pig show at the county fair.
Yes.
We're going to see how the people of Ohio take in Family of Little People.
Not so good.
Not so good.
Not recommended.
And then Trent and Amber get into a panic over the cost of the wedding, which is about 35% too expensive for the budget that they've sent.
I think you guys need to run those numbers again and apply the TLC show discount. Whatever that contribution is going to be, you need to do some creative accounting to get some of those costs under the show budget.
Maybe they could sell that lot that they bought down the road.
Hey.
And get, their $16,000, $17,000 back.
That might do it. Yeah. Oh, 16, 17, depending on where it was. I don't know. It might
I looked
be more.
the lot up to see what they bought it for. Because I'm a nosy bitch.
Well, sometimes they'll run those up and then it's, 50, 60, 70 for
they'll sell it for
now.
Triple.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just give it
They're going to make money on this wedding.
That's what's going on here. That was 250 ahead.
Well, if you guys are wondering what else is going on the pod, we've had some recent schedule adjustments because The Bachelorette has officially been canceled by ABC. So that means we will not be covering it over on the Patreon.
No. Yeah, that's gone. That ship has sailed.
Also, we're going to be continuing our recaps of Seven Little Johnstons every week. And Welcome to Plathville is coming back on the 31st.
And then over on Surviving Sister Wives, our other podcast, we are still going through the riveting tale of Mary's catfishing experience through the eyes of the catfisher themselves. And we're doing the book club review of Almost Married, so you don't want to miss that.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.